A Voice and Nothing More. I read a paper by Dolar. I'm not sure about the title anymore, but it's in a Voice and Gaze as Love Objects. That's the book. Alenka also has a paper there, and Zizek too. And so in this paper that I read by Blan Dolar, he goes into, it's actually a critique of Derrida. That's how he basically starts building his theory, because Derrida had this idea that philosophy was ionocentric, like very much focused on the purity of the voice and the self-transparency. Like right now I'm speaking, and as I'm speaking, I'm also immediately hearing, and it seems transparent to me, but actually it's not. It seems lively to me, but maybe actually it's not as lively. Dolar critiques Derrida's like history of the voice by showing that actually the voice has this uncanny element to it. So in the introduction of A Voice and Nothing More, he says there's 3 types of ways to see the voice. One, there's the voice that carries a message, right? Like if I want to have a message to you, I have to say this, so you inevitably hear my voice. But then maybe if we meet the first time, like you can get distracted because I have a certain voice, and then you actually don't hear what I'm saying, but you hear my voice. Right? And like there's also an aesthetic appreciation of the voice. Like hearing someone have a beautiful voice might also distract you from the actual message that this person has. Now he says the voice that he's interested in, the object voice, is the voice that's the blind spot of the voice with a message and the disturbance of the aesthetic voice. It's the uncanny voice that's not one with the word. And so in this paper that he wrote, he shows that in the history of religion and music, there's constantly a battle against this voice. You have the church making laws that say, if you sing, be articulate, make sure that you use words. Don't just start singing out of the blue. That's they always use the same arguments. It's effeminate and it's demonic, right? It's always like it's women and the devil. That's where you head when you start enjoying the ecstasy of the voice too much. But he also gives the example of Hildegard von Bingen, which is a famous Christian mystic, wrote lots of visions and songs. Maybe like the most famous medieval woman. But anyway, Hildegard von Bingen argues that it's the opposite. The word without a voice, that's actually that's the devil. So God is the word, but what about the voice of God, right? Like the voice of God, we might feel like we can hear it in beautiful Christian music, but again, church has repeatedly tried to engage the voice. Don't let the voice exceed the word and stuff like this.